The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Bermuda's Feel Good Early Morning Show. Good day, Bermuda, supported by Pizza House and Aliana's Restaurant. I'm Terri Tuku alongside Jackie Lambert, and we want to thank you for getting up early with us this morning. Jackie, besides a little sleeper just now, how are you feeling this morning?
I feel good. Like, I slept so well last night.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Despite the rain and wind and all that was going on?
I think that actually helped, to be honest. I don't know. It was just something about it. Like, I was just zenned out. It was the lightning there. The lightning came, but I don't remember hearing any thunder. I just remember looking and being too
flash
out of it to be like, yeah, I'm getting right back to sleep again. You do you out there, and I'll do me in here. Don't fire me inside. Don't take out my power. Like, I need to do stuff in the morning, but I sleep in pitch black, so it doesn't even matter if I have no power. I walk through my house. Like, you ever seen a horror movie and like, why haven't they turned on the lights? They're just walking into the house in pitch black.
You?
That's usually me. I mean,
well, you're
gonna attack me. I'm a
person.
I'm a ninja. You can't attack me. No. Tash is like, no, sis. No.
I don't think they're probably good. Actually, you could kill them with your jokes. I feel like if you told them a joke, they might actually be like, you know what? Never mind. Peace. We'll get
I'm like, this is torture. That's why I always wondered, not to joke about it because it's a serious thing, but if I was ever to get kidnapped, how long they would keep me before they're just like, put her on the curb.
You know what? Put her back. She's too much.
Whatever. Find a sidewalk. Toss her out. These jokes are not it.
They're gonna be like, you know what? You take this van wherever you need to go, and we're just gonna walk.
We'll walk. It's yours. There's gas in the car. There's money somewhere in here. Good. Bye.
I always wondered that too. Like, would I talk too much? Like, would they just be like, you know what? It's just not even worth it. Like,
I couldn't even use the joke. Like, my mom would be like, go down the store. I'm like, but it's dark. She'd be like, I guess fine. Just take a quick walk to the store. And I'm just like, but what if somebody kidnaps you? She'd be like, they'll send you back. and now when I crack jokes and people just look at me, I'm like, oh, that's what she meant.
I see we have Kathy in here with us. Good morning, Kathy. As you can see, Jackie and I are really ready to get you guys have some feel good vibes this morning. If you haven't already, go ahead and share today's episode with your circle. Take a minute if you're watching on Facebook to share the link. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and drop the link in your favorite WhatsApp group chat. And to all of our peeps over there on Twitter, make sure you retweet it. Now, today's feel good topic of the day is actually like a milestone celebration. We're going to be talking about the best of Good Day Bermuda. We want to know your favorite moments, your favorite guests, and your thoughts on the show thus far, because tomorrow is technically our 100th episode, but we're going to be having a guest. And so to avoid, us going back and forth, talking about what we love so far about the show, we decided to do it a day early. Nothing wrong with that. And as always, we kind of talked about it just now. If you want a laugh to get your morning started, make sure you stick around for our feel good vibe of the day, which is joke time with Jackie. But let's get started with our feel good with Mom Jackie. Fill in the blank. This weekend, I did what? What did y'all get into this weekend? Let us know. Bermuda is dealing with some weather this morning. But Jack and I were somewhat talking about our weekend backstage, but we kind of held it off because we looked at the time and I was like, okay, we could just talk about it on air. So Jack, what did you get into this weekend?
I just want to get this out the way because it's the 99th episode and you know I have to link everything to a lyric, right? So it's, 99 problems. We ain't got them, right? Because, okay, never mind, Terri, because you don't want to hear it.
I want to hear it, but I'm trying to anticipate, like, where's she getting with this? Like, where's she getting
99 problems and a bad episode ain't one. Too corny.
Hey.
And she likes it, guys. Okay, because it was playing in my head. And I'm just like, I wonder how she's going to receive this, but you received it well. No, I had a great weekend. So Friday, Saturday, was Amber Wolf's birthday, our mutual friend. So on Saturday, so Friday, I went to her job for lunch. Friday. Yeah. Remember I called you and she's like, do you want to come over?
So let's talk about, real quick before Jackie continues her weekend story. So Jackie calls me at my desk, right? My work phone. Very few people call me on my work phone. The main person is my mother. Everyone else is usually a customer, like downstairs. So this number comes up and I'm like, who is this? So I answered, very professional, very regular. And she's just like, what are you doing? I'm like, at work. And she's like, I can't believe you talk to me every morning and you can't recognize my voice. I'm like, oh snap, it's Jackie.
I'm just like, hey, what you doing? And she's like, working. And I'm just like, you have no clue who this is, and all you do is talk to me every day, all day, and you have no clue who this is. I am hurt. And she's just like, Jack. And I'm like, yay.
I was really taken aback because like literally at that moment I was thinking about something and then like I got this call and I was like, snap. So when you get a call, you gotta like switch your mind. So I did not recognize her voice at first. I was like, this person's really excited to talk to me about electricity.
Well, I had to call you at your job because I know you put your phone on Do Not Disturb. I'm like, she's never going to see this. She's going to make it all the way home. And then she's going to be like, why didn't try and call my desk? And I was just like, you know what? Problem solved. And I looked up Belka's number, which the whole island should know by heart. But I couldn't remember. I'm just like, 295, 292. So I was like, Google. And then I called, and it was so funny because she was like, hi, good afternoon. May I speak to, I believe her name's Teresa Stewart. I know your name. But I didn't want people to think like she's got friends just calling her desk. So I was just like,
randomly.
No,
people do call my desk, but it's very seldom. So when someone calls, it's usually like a really big thing. So I was like, oh my gosh, and it's not an extension, right? So it's also like an outside number. Like, oh, this person really wants to talk to me today.
I've done it. I used to do it to my sister at her past job. So when she used to work, I think it was back AIG days, so probably like 10 years ago.
Right.
And I used to call her. I used to try and do her direct line, but I always used to end up calling the operator. And I'm like, hi, may I speak to Crystal? Hi, Jack. And I'm just like, it's me now. This is awkward. Caller ID just ruins,
it definitely does ruin it.
Stuff. But it was a great weekend. So that was Friday.
Yeah.
And so we did lunch at Taste, and then they dragged me to Pickle for dinner, which was great because Rusty G was DJing and he was playing all my music. But I was tired at the time, so I was just like, I'll sit on the inside that way I can like lean up against the wall. And then I was just like, I shouldn't have sat here. I should have sat
get back up
so I could stand up. And I was just, this isn't gonna work, but whatever. And then yesterday obviously was football for both of us, and both our teams won because apparently I'm a Village fan, and everybody keeps telling me I'm a Village fan. So I'm just gonna
So at least audience, go ahead and let us know what you got into this weekend. At least the colors for your football team match your cup match team, because I feel like if it was like an opposite, it would definitely be some moments where you're like, all right, I gotta figure this one out. I gotta pick this one. So at least you got, the red in there.
It chose me.
Definitely did. Well, your friends low key chose.
Yes.
So you just have to have friends.
I was there yesterday, and Alan, he watches the show. He was just like, so you're going to do this for us? And it was like the mic to interview. And I'm just like, pardon? What? Me? No.
Interview you as a fan, or like you were going to be the person interviewing people?
Me I think he was trying to give me the mic to interview people. I was trying to understand what he was trying to do because I know my answer was going to be no regardless. So I was just like, no. No, thank you.
Hilarious. So it looks like we have some congrats coming into us, Jack, on our 99th episode. Yes.
Thank you. It's crazy.
And Sean Smith says, congrats on your 100th tomorrow. And Sherry, our colleague, is saying, congrats. Thank you all. We're definitely going to be talking about that on our feel good topic of the day. So start to think about, what have been your favorite moments, what you would like to see from us coming up on the show, because we are going to be getting your feedback on that as well. I'll go ahead and share my weekend as we wait for the audience to give us what they got into. So I'm a little bit upset at Mother Nature because Friday weren't that much rain. Saturday, it was enough for you to maybe have a little jacket or a slight umbrella, maybe. Yesterday, it decides that it wants to do like this on again, off again type of rain. So you couldn't really tell if it was going to stick or if it was just going to, just be overcast. So I had a raincoat and an umbrella. I promise you it did not rain until the second game. So there was a doubleheader at St. George's. Our game, not much. Second game, I was like, all right, time to go. I was trying to watch the second game. I was like, all right, time to go. I can't. I love you, but no. I love you, but no.
I sat in the. So they have people that were able to drive in because they're either like coaches or whatever.
Mm-hmm. The game's at Village. Sorry, excuse me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I hijacked a van and I parked it right at the fence and I sat in it, which was fun because at least I was able to control who was around me. Not many people knew that me and my friend were in the van, so nobody was like trying to be in our space. And I was just like, look, I don't just have a safe key. I'm also negative, and I'd like to keep it that way.
Exactly. I can
still
say.
Have to,
go ahead.
I was like, people still have to like quarantine if they have their close contact and stuff.
Exactly.
I ain't trying to be that person.
I don't want to be that person either, because I really don't do anything besides go to work, go to the grocery store. And the last 2 weekends I've done football. But other than that, I don't go out that much. So I'm trying to keep my, random interactions, we'll say, at a minimum until we get to a better place around that. So I see we have some comments coming in. Janae, Para, Ednish, Jack.
I did absolutely nothing this weekend. Watched some TV shows. EPL, Chelsea remained top of the table. And of course, football Sunday. Big win for the Broncos. Congratulations.
Nice. Good stuff. Look, we have Alan Young in the comments for you, Jack. See you on Thursday at the field.
I will be there. That's the Alan I was talking about.
I figured.
Yeah, smiley because I don't stop smiling. Actually, fun fact, that's my nickname for when it's not just Midge, it was Midge and Smiley. So depending on who you were in the family, you'd call me whichever. So like certain cousins will call me Smiley because it's my face.
And she tries to not smile. It's
like, my face. Like I'll be sitting and I'll just be like, people are like, what are you smiling about? I'm just like, I didn't know I was smiling. This is my face.
This is my resting face. This is how I rest.
Yeah, so now I have to think about it. I'm just like, relax your face because people's gonna ask you why you're smiling. But now people ask me why I'm so serious. I'm just like, it's just a lot of questions here.
This is a lot of pressure to be one or the other, folks. Pick one for me and let me do it. We have some more congrats coming to us from one friend of the show and former guest, Tashelle Bean. Congrats on the longevity, ladies. Thank you so much, Tashelle. And we love the animation series. I've been watching the Bermuda shorts. Those things get me going. I love those things.
Tossing the child off the boat is still my favorite one, I think.
I feel like it's so relatable. Like if there was an animation that represents Bermuda's culture in one nutshell, that would be it. Like there's some that could be like, left for debate depending on who you are, or how old you are, stuff like that. But being taught how to swim, I feel like that'll be forever the Bermudian way. Like that's just it.
I still remember me and my sisters being my dad's oars. And like he used to have a blow up boat, like on the little ones, like you punts, and we used to go like work Long Bay, and he'd be like, all right, and he would have his actual oars there, but we didn't want to come with him. He'd be like, all right, well, you're gonna have to like hang on to the side of the boat, and we'd us not knowing like this is a fun adventure, or like so we're like, Dad's like, you know, letting us swim out, and we'd kick, and then sometimes he'd be like, all right, I'm going back to shore, and like he'd dive off and we're gonna swim back with this thing. I'm like, this was some serious training, but we were like, we'd enjoy it. Like thinking back about it now, like what? You just left us to try and deal with this.
Absolutely left y'all.
But we became strong swimmers. Like I don't use noodles when I go non-mariners and stuff. I free swim. I was free swim the whole of non-mariners.
I got tired.
And I'll just be like, do, and then I'll sit on my back.
Yeah, maybe I should have had Mr. Lambert teach me that. Maybe I should have cared for that too, because I feel like, yeah, after like about 15, 20 minutes, I'm like, all right, where's the lilo? Where's the noodle? Like, I can swim. It's just that my arms get tired, but dang it, I missed out on that. I would definitely, I feel like now it's going to be too much. Like now it's more of a mental game. Whereas when you're younger, you're just enjoying the fun of it, right? Like you're not really paying attention to how you feel. But now I'm like, well, that's going to come in. So I want to get to one final comment before we take our first commercial break. Sean Smith said he had a quiet weekend, didn't do much, and watched Netflix all day. Wait, did Man U play this weekend? Oh, okay. So that's what happened. So fun fact, because y'all know on the show I've been asking about an EPL team, and Jack is saying Man U. The audience says Man U.
I'm getting on your team. I'm joining Jamal.
No, wait. I asked the ferry one of the ferryman to like say, oh, he's like, who's your team? Because he's in football, right? I said, you know, Parish is my local team. He's like, who's your EPL team? I said, I don't have one. He's like, Man U. I was like, what is this whole island for Man U? Is that what this is? But clearly, it doesn't look like Man U's the
We love torture.
Okay.
We love torture.
On that note, we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and then Jacky and I will be back with our feel good topic of the day. You do not want to go anywhere.
Same smooth sounds, different name. BCG Radio, home of Bermuda's most engaging morning talk shows, The Daily Hour and Good Day Bermuda. Download the app, available for Android and Apple devices. BCG Radio, your station for conversations and entertainment.
Welcome back to Good Day Bermuda, supported by Pizza House and Aliana's Restaurant. I'm Terri Tuku alongside Jacky Lambert. And if you're just joining us, we're getting ready to do an early milestone celebration. Today is this episode is our 99th episode. Tomorrow will be our 100th. And so we have a guest tomorrow, but to celebrate that, we wanted to talk about, some of the best moments of Good Day Bermuda thus far. And I see we have Rashida Godwin. Good morning to you, Rashida. So it looks like Janae is telling me to join the Blues, to come over to the Chelsea side. Had a second team, Jack. Who would that second team be? Like if you had to, Man U is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, who would be a second team?
You know what's funny? I used to go for QPR. So I was sorry. Ooh, trying to talk and breathe at the same time didn't work out just now.
She does it all the time, folks.
All the time. Like I'm not this isn't a routine all the day. Anyway, when I first decided I wanted to have a rival team, I'm gonna go for the underdog and I'm gonna cheer them to the top of the league, and I chose QPR, and that same year they got relegated. And I was just like, well, this didn't work out.
This didn't work in your favor at all.
They're still kind of my second team, but I haven't been focused on them. I've been too busy
getting your heart broken by Man U.
Type yelling at Man United. I understand why Jamal is in the position that he is with him, because
on that note, if you're a Man U fan, my condolences. I do not know what happened, but clearly it wasn't a good day for y'all this weekend. But we're going to make it a great day over here on Good Day Bermuda. So 99th episode, was celebrating our almost 100 episode. First, fill in the blank for the audience. My favorite moment was, let us know what's been your favorite moment so far for the show. Jacky and I are obviously going to let y'all know what we think, or what our favorite moments are. But we would love to hear from you all to kind of get, a sense of what you like, what you don't like. Jacky, of the 99 episodes we've done, or 98 episodes we've done so far, what has been your favorite moment? Yes, I know there are lots. I know there are lots. And you struggle with options. I know that too.
I do, because I'm just like, well, this one was fun, but like I like to pull at different parts of different
Pull at different parts. That's what we're here for.
So I and I know it was very recent, but I really enjoyed having Darren on. Just to talk about the young kings and the hype kings and what they have and what they are looking to move forward and do. And then I really enjoyed sharing my favorite sport with you.
Hey.
So that was fun because, you know, exposing people to a different love it's my jam. So I'm just gonna get you to like really fall in love with it, and then my girl is done.
I feel like for me, I'm like too busy, like weirdly too busy. Like it's not even like I need to be this busy. I just like to be busy. And so when I think about, okay, I want to add tennis to my schedule. Where am I going to add tennis to my schedule? And then all of that thinking, it's like, dang it, there's no space right now for tennis. So it's like, I am going to get to a point where it's like, all right, I'm going to slide tennis in at this point of the day. Like it's probably going to be a Tuesday or Thursday evening. We'll see how that works. But I feel like it's definitely going to happen. It's always the scheduling part of it. It's always the scheduling. And it's like, because it was for me it was fun to have a beginner's mind again, like a learner's mind, because, you know, you get to a point where you do so many things so often that it's just like you're on autopilot. Like I'm pretty sure for you, tennis is like on autopilot. Like, but for me, it was like, oh my God, this is so fun. Like I could do this. Like I could throw this up and catch it. I mean, my legs were doing a little bit some things, but that was definitely a highlight for me as well.
That was a good one. That was fun. And talking about like schedule, I was just like, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do all these things that I used to do all over again. I'm sitting here like, how did I used to do all this? I used to do gym. I used to go pool. I used to do my tennis. I used to do salsa and bachata classes. And I'm trying to get all of that back up. So I'm trying to put a group together to do private group sessions. So, I mean, I'm trying to figure out how, because I had you on the list. And I'm sitting here like, Terry's busy. How am I gonna? So I'm just gonna do it, and then you could just do like drop in. Like
I would probably do a drop in. I would absolutely do a drop in, because I like you say, like I would be able to try to fit it into my schedule, but like, you know, life happens, and the life is the club. Like honestly, like as much as you try to structure your schedule with the club, something always happens or something comes up where you gotta like pivot and, you know, switch your focus. So we have some favorite moments from the audience. So Karen Simmons says, joke time with Jacky and tennis with Terry. Everyone loves the Too Cool tennis, and I'm here for it. We're gonna make it a vibe. We're gonna make it a thing. The jokes are definitely my favorite too. I was definitely gonna say trying to figure out how corny the answer is to the joke has probably been.
Those are my favorite too. I'm like, no, is Terry gonna get it right, or is she not gonna get it like at all, or is she gonna come up with a better pun? And you know,
I would say so. The one joke that I think was like has been my highlight was the coffee and the police one.
Yeah,
my answer was coming in hot because it was like the Sean Simmons episode. Like that was probably my favorite joke.
Oh my God, no, that was. I was just like, oh my God, like. This is way better than what I had originally.
It's like it makes it a Bermudian joke, but it's actually it makes sense. Like you don't have to like understand the coming in hot to understand coming in hot actually is a really good answer. And it's really corny because it's like, wait, it's just coffee. Stop it. So we're gonna bring in Janae Para Ednis's comment, Jack.
My favorite moment was just discovering this show. I always watched the Daily Hour and was there to see Jacky go. But to my surprise, Good Day Bermuda was created with one of the Daily Hour frequent commenters. You, Terry. That is like absolutely the best part of this show, was being given the opportunity to have the show for one, and then two, brain dumping with Terry is the best. Like, because Terry is super organized, and I would, like, in the beginning when we were trying to do it, I just dump everything, and Terry's just there to organize all my thoughts. It's the best. It's like having an external hard drive. Like, okay, data offload, boom.
Data dump, Jacky's the main CPU, and I just plug in. I'm like, all right, let's put this in this folder, and this one goes in that folder, and all right, now we got it. We're good.
No, we definitely have fun organizing and developing the show. It was always, which is crazy that we would have our Wednesday night Instagram lives, and it ended up being like the dinner club, because whenever we were doing our show management meetings, I was always cooking or eating something. So I was like, oh, look at this. This was destined to happen. I'm always eating. Today, like right now, is the first time I don't have water or a cup of tea in front of me. Like I have nothing. And I'm just like, wow, this feels weird.
I don't know if she's fasting over there, yo, but she did say she just started this little cleanse in November. So maybe like her subconscious did that for her, because I don't feel like she did that on purpose. I don't think she did that on purpose.
No, I didn't.
So let's get back to the comments, Jack. Janae continued by saying she enjoyed the feel-good vibes and the many guests that have been on. She can't choose one. I feel like that's probably going to be a theme. So definitely pull for more than one episode. Like, feel free to, you don't have to, stick to just one thing. We know that there's been so many so far. It's kind of difficult to just pick one thing. Sean Smith, Jack.
Too many good shows and topics to pick one. That's like asking which one of my children I love the most. See, exactly. So they get it, Terry. Because I sit here and I'm just like which one?
There's so many. There's definitely so many highlights that we definitely want to highlight. That's my joke. Michelle White says, today's my first day watching your show. I'm sure that Jackie's joke section will always be the favorite. I've shared today to keep it up. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in, Michelle.
And thank you for sharing. Because sharing is caring, kids.
It is. That's going to be our hashtag. Like, we're so corny. It's great.
That is our hashtag. We're so corny. It's great. That is the hashtag.
So when y'all see that trending, no, that's us.
It's us. And keep it going. Keep it going.
So Misha Fabula says, putting y'all onto jungle, some new junglers in the crew. That honestly, I would say has changed my running game. Like, I mean, the weather is kind of like dreary, so it is somewhat difficult to like want to get out and want to continue your run or even continue to work out. But jungle music, the minute you play it, it's just like, all right, I'm ready.
You're like, seriously, I'm ready. It's like if you weren't motivated and then you listen to it, you're motivated now. Like I remember trying to just listen to it and chill. And I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna, wash some dishes and just walk around the house with it in my ears. And I was just like, God, I feel like I should go for a run and exercise. Like this is woo.
Feel good. I feel like that's really feel good music. Like if there was a theme music to go along with Jackie and I show, jungle music would probably be the genre, if not the top genre, because it definitely just gets you, no matter what your vibe is, before you start listening to it, you feel good, like you're like ready to go. So definitely shout out to Misha for putting us onto that, because Jackie and I wouldn't have found it on our own.
No, not at all. And I think that was that's obviously music is one of my favorite topics to talk about anyway. Mm-hmm. So that week, that was when we ended up transitioning and watching Hip Hop The Evolution.
Yes.
And of course, talking about jungle music and then talking about that, this weekend, part of the Netflix series, of course, I watch a little bit of Netflix every day. I watched Colin Kaepernick's Black and White. I'm not sure if anybody else has watched it, but whoa. I can't watch more than one. I can only watch like one or two episodes and then I start to get angry because like the underhanded comments and stuff. Wow. But it was crazy because a lot of the music and information that he was giving in like the first two episodes was linked to the first episode of Hip Hop The Evolution.
Okay, and Sherry says she watched it as well, so you definitely have some synergy on how you felt about the actual episode, and it looks like Janae wants to see it as well. I actually want to see it too. It's in my watch list, so
prepare yourself, because there's a lot of subtle racist comments. I don't like. Oh, obviously he's adopted by two white parents and he's Black, and everybody sees the world differently. So they're in the same situation and he's dealing with this and they're just like brushing it off. Oh, you're being sensitive or dramatic. And it's just like, no, that person is like following me around the airport or the hotel and they're just like, oh, you're overanalyzing it.
Overthinking.
So, like stuff like that will get like it was getting me heated. And I had to get up and take a walk and then come back. But I was just saying, like, all of that stuff linked.
It's all connected. And so I actually want to come back to this comment from Rashida Garvin, because Jacky and I made this a really key thing for us. Like when we talk backstage and we talk about things that we want to talk about, this topic is really important to us. So Rashida Garvin says, my favorite is the conversations you have making mental health a normal topic. That's like Jacky and I's probably biggest thing. If there's anything we want to have creative control about, it's that one. We want that one to stay in there. We could do everything else different, but the mental health topics, we really not only enjoy bringing the conversations to you all, but also the guests that have, you know, that expertise that can kind of share a little bit more
solutions,
in-depth details and solutions on how we can kind of, you know, change the narrative, because we can keep ignoring it if we want to, but then we're just going to continue to have the generations with trauma instead of healing. So we're definitely grateful that you guys are enjoying that as well. When it comes to this comment from Davika Hill, Jack.
It's hard to pick one. The conversation is always on it. Recently, I did enjoy the interview with the vegan chef. Forgive, his name escapes me. Also, I love the jokes.
Trevor Johnston was the chef. And it's the jokes. The jokes are not going anywhere, by the way.
Oh, Davika, just to let you know that I have been forwarding your email to certain people that want to do the cheeses. I'm just like, guys, I got a whole list. I'm so excited. Who's doing it with me? And everybody's just like, send it to me. Forward it to me. I'm just like, yay. So we're creating a community of vegan cheese eaters.
The fact that, because, you know, like, you know, there is like a cheese community, right? There are people that like, you know, like to taste a bunch of cheeses. So now we've created this vegan cheese community. And I feel like those that still eat animal-based products are going to be like, look at these vegans. Like, look at them. Whatever.
Joke's on you. My stomach is happy.
Because both Jacky and I do have that issue. So yes, the joke's on all of y'all. We needed to be a part of it.
I can eat in abundance. I can eat it all and be fine.
So it looks like Misha has some, you know, some suggestions for us. It has liquid DMB. I think that's dub and bass or drum and bass. It's chilling. Okay. It's for chilling, and jungle is for the jump up. So okay, I think they're like similar, because I did kind of when we were like, you know, doing the research and listening back to the genres, I did kind of see the liquid drum and bass, but I didn't really. That wasn't what Misha said, so I didn't go down that rabbit hole. I just went down the jungle rabbit hole. So I'm gonna definitely check that one out too, because I think that.
Well, Misha, if you want, you can send a bunch of different links to Terri, and she can forward them to me.
Oh yeah, he probably will. I think he did. No, he only sent me the jungle stuff. So we'll definitely.
Yeah, he sent me that.
Mm-hmm. So I actually want to ask. We actually want to ask another fill in the blank question. So, guests, we love having them. Y'all love having them. Who would you like to see on the show? Who is someone? And I don't care how big you think they are or how small you think they are. Who would you like to see on the show? Because that helps us get a sense of the topics you want to hear about, as well as the people you want to hear from. So let us know in the comments who you would like to see, or if you want to see someone come back on the show, who would you like to see come back? Jack is still thinking, it looks like. Or do you have some people in mind? You don't have to pick one person, y'all. It's not one person. Okay, Jack is still thinking. I can say for myself, one person that I definitely want us to have in the future is, I would love to have Nikki Wells on. I feel like he is, because all last week, this wasn't intentional, but it just worked out this way, that we had a bunch of inspirational men on the show in different spaces. They weren't just all sportsmen. They weren't just all professionals. They were, you know, a good mix. So I would like to see Nikki and the other young, and a few of the other players that are out there and doing football, so that, you know, you can kind of hear, where did they start? Because a lot of these guys, you know, started in local clubs. They started like, you know, the Dandytons, the PHCs, the parishes, whatever the case may be. And then when they go off, you kind of then see them in like that big spotlight, and you kind of forget, you know, they had humble beginnings. There was on some of the pictures you like playing once. So, you know, it could happen for you too. I would love to see Nikki on.
I want Charles Jeffers and Hazel Clark, and I want those guys. Well, we all know them, Kian Dickinson and Dijon Simmons from Birmingham. Honestly, I know this sounds crazy, but I would love to have Dijon and Elizabeth on, because their tweets are so drastically different. And I just want to ask, like, So who's like, how do you guys control your creative flow and his nickname is Flo, so I had to say Flo, in your household? I love them both. The dynamic is awesome, but I definitely want Bermuda's on because there's so much depth to those guys and what they want to do and everything that they're trying to accomplish. And then I kind of want to get I want to get Darren Woods back on, obviously, and then I want to get Gavin back on. I can have a list. Like, I honestly, a
Jackie's
lot of the
had
people
his long tweet, and it's gonna be like, all right, here's who we've had before, and then she's just gonna like start adding to the tweet. That's what she's gonna do, or she's gonna send me a note in WhatsApp. That's what it is. She's gonna start dropping stuff in WhatsApp. But I want to come to the audience because they actually have some really good suggestions coming through, and some people for us to have back. So Carlton Fleming wants to see Photo, Mr. Photogenic, and Sumner come back. I absolutely would like to have them both on at the same time. I think that'd be kind of dope.
They're supposed, I saw the tweet and I hope it's still true, on Wednesday Night Vibe with No Ass is supposed to be done White Horse. I have to say No Ass because that's Terry's thing. It's supposed to be done White Horse this week. So I'm hoping that still goes through because I would love to go get a little vibes down there.
That would be nice. And looks like Sherry's all here for the Nikki joining the show. Looks like Janae definitely wants to see him as well. Misha Fabula says, the finance minister, I want to hear where the digital bank thing is at. I actually would like to see the finance minister on this kind of show because it's not your typical show, right? So I feel like it's a little bit more at ease. We might be able to get some real good answers out of him. Whereas, sometimes when the media come to, the politicians, they kind of like have their guard.
They clam up, right?
I feel like Jacky and I are like, so it's like, yeah, we just want to talk to you. We're not really here for all of that other stuff. We just want to have a feel good vibe with you. We want you to have a great day after you leave us. I feel like whoever has a link to the finance minister, just go ahead and play this episode for him so he can see this little clip and boom. And we'll have him on the show.
I think we will.
Yeah, so Sean Smith says someone from the youth parliament to get their perspective on Bermuda politics. We actually have someone planned that was a member of the youth parliament. So we're just waiting to get that person confirmed. But I definitely want to hear what that group have to say as well, because I do feel like that's it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That I didn't know they had a youth parliament, to be quite honest.
I like hearing everybody's ideas from different generations, right? So I like to hear the older generation. I'll sit and I'll listen. And then our generation, I sit and listen. And then the younger, I ask my niece how she feels about what's going on in Bermuda. And at first she'll start off and she's like, and she's super quiet. And then she just starts talking. I just let her talk until she's making sense of everything. And then she just goes off. Because at first she's just like, well, I don't want to, it's very politically correct, right?
Right.
So she doesn't want to get in trouble. Yeah. And then she just starts going. And I was just like, wow, so you're 14 and this is how you feel, huh?
Absolutely. As we wrap up and take our second commercial break of the day, looks like we have some congratulations coming to us from Rosalind Famous. Thank you so much. 99 episodes. Tomorrow is 100. We'll have a guest tomorrow. So we wanted to take some time today to kind of get some feedback from you all, engage with you all, and kind of see who you would like to see on the show and what you have loved about the show so far. We're going to take a quick commercial break and then we'll be back with pretty much everyone in the audience's favorite moment. Jacky's going to be back with our Feel Good Vibe of the day, so you do not want to go anywhere.
Same smooth sounds, different name. BCG Radio, home of Bermuda's most engaging morning talk shows, The Daily Hour and Good Day Bermuda. Download the app, available for Android and Apple devices. BCG Radio, your station for conversations and entertainment.
Welcome back to Good Day Bermuda, supported by Pizza House and Aliana's Restaurant. I'm Terri Suku alongside Jacky Lambert. And before we get into our Feel Good Vibe of the day, we had 3 more suggestions that came through in the comments that I wanted to highlight. So Sherry Vanderpool wants to see Jamal Hartman on this show. That's going to be an interesting conversation because you just got to wait to see that episode because I think it's really, really dope. And then Sean Smith is saying Mr. Dale Butler, former MP. I actually love him. He's really animated.
Yes.
He is very animated. And then finally, Jamal Hartman himself says, Shanta Simmons, the work she does to make these shows happen I absolutely agree with that. So
oh my God, I'd love to have the good sis on. That would be so much fun.
We want to thank you all for your suggestions, and we absolutely have taken them all down. Luckily for us, these comments stay with the video, so we can always go back and pull them down and start scheduling some people in. So do make sure if you did leave us a suggestion that you check back when we have those people on, and make sure you share those episodes. Now, Jackie, without further ado, it's joke time. I'm ready for a laugh. Let's do this.
Okay, ready?
I am.
Okay, what kind of shoes are made from banana skins?
Banana skins? Split? I don't know.
Slippers.
Could you slip?
Slip, yes! Why was the computer tired when it got home?
It needed a reboot? It needed to restart.
Because it had a hard drive. Don't be mad. Don't block me. Don't delete me. Still be my friend. Why do bees stay in their hives during winter?
Bees stay in their hives in the winter. I don't know. It's honey. I don't know. I really don't.
Swarm.
Yo.
I am legit crying. Oh my gosh. It's so
But
funny.
it's like, I get it. It's swarm. It's
yes.
Yo. On that
Happy
note,
Monday.
not only happy Monday, happy 99th episode to Jackie and I, and you all who have been rocking with us since the first episode. If you've joined us along the way and you are sticking around with us until another 100 episodes, we do want to thank you for tuning in with us each and every weekday. We hope that today's Feel Good Vibe of the Day has you ready to make it a great one. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Good Day Bermuda, supported by Pete's House and Ariana's Restaurant. I'm Terri Tuku alongside Jackie Lambert, and we trust we'll see you tomorrow for another Feel Good conversation. Until the next episode, peace and have a good day, Bermuda.